While some are praising North Korea's overtures over nukes, others are warning the Hermit Kingdom may have sinister motives. John Garamendi is a Democratic congressman from California and member of the House Armed Services Committee. And sir, usually you're here and I'm there, but tonight we switch roles. It's great to have you with us tonight.
It's all good. Good to be with you. And yes, I'd like to be in California right now because we're in the midst of a snowstorm in Washington, D.C. But here we are. Very interesting what's happening here with the North Korea situation.
It is.
And I think very, very positive. It gives us an opportunity.
Let's talk about what the president had to say today, because the president, there are a lot of skeptics out there, but the president seems to think there is some room possibly here to negotiate. Here's what he said today, and then we'll get your reaction.
Sure.
I think that they are sincere, but I think they're sincere also because the sanctions and what we're doing with respect to North Korea, including, the great help that we've been given from China. And they can do more, but I think they've done more than certainly they've ever done for our country before. So China has been a big help.
So what do you think, Congressman? Are they sincere? What do you think the angle is here?
I think it's very, very important that we find out. I think it's very important that these negotiations go forward. I think we ought to pursue what appears to be something of an offer, that is a denuclearization. What's the quo on the quid? Remains to be seen. Is it acceptable? We don't know what that is. But we do know that we're faced with two paths. One is a war on the Korean Peninsula to take away their nuclear weapons and to stop it. That is a very, very bad path. The other path is negotiations, and I'm very pleased that those are taking place. The idea that North Korea wants to have some sort of a guarantee of its future is understandable from their point of view. From South Korea's point of view, the notion of unification of the peninsula doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and I think in the situation, the notion that South Korea would somehow unify the North isn't going to happen anytime soon. Maybe several decades from now, that's a possibility. So let's pursue this. Let's see how far we can go. And for the president, the statement that he just made was very measured. I'm pleased to hear that. That's important. And I'd recommend, tweet softly, and we do have a very big stick.
Okay, well, to that point, I want to play something that comes to us from New York Times reporter David Sanger speaking on CNN. Here's what he says about how we got here.
And I think President Trump deserves enormous credit for ratcheting up that pressure and making sure that the sanctions were real. There was no reason that the Obama administration couldn't have done that, and they didn't.
So what do you make of that, Congressman? Do you give the president credit for getting them to this point?
I think there's a great deal of credit to go around to a lot of folks, and the president actually said so. He said China's played in this, other countries have, certainly South Korea, and the United States leading on the sanctions. All of that is true. All of it seems to have brought us to this point where North Korea wants to chat. Also need to recognize that South Korea has made a major step forward, actually a step that really didn't have the approval of the United States. The president of South Korea, Mr. Moon, took a very serious political risk to step out and invite to the Olympics and to sit down at the Olympics and now in North Korea with the North Koreans. That was a very courageous and politically risky thing for him to do. So let's give credit all the way around here. We're on I think, a very, very important moment. Hopefully it will come to an agreement in which the North Koreans will give up their nuclear arsenal and their intercontinental ballistic missiles, and we can move to some reduction in the risk that the Korean Peninsula has placed in the world for the last 60 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is tentative skepticism and optimism from many quarters, so we will wait and watch. Congressman Garamendi, great to see you. Hello from your home state. We'll see you back here again soon.
I'm looking forward to returning. Thank you.